Hello, guys. You're welcome once again to another lesson 10 of our study for module. Now, I want you to understand this before we go into this lesson. This lesson focuses on information system as a whole. Remember that technology today that is used in an organization can be regarded as information system, which assists with the process of both from procurement to inventory to and all the processes to accounting, every aspect of the system you see in an organization is what we're kind of gonna cover here on how information system plays a role in helping an organization to be better, to progress. And very important, remember that our work today is being facilitated by technology, and the businesses are also being on the forefront of using technology. An information system process looks into how organizations use this technological tools, devices to better off to improve the efficiency and increase wealth. Okay, so by the time you are done with this unit, you should be able to understand all these learning outcomes, learning objectives, which start with the fundamental view of an organization and they describe each function down to explaining number 7, explaining the function, the difference between data worker and knowledge worker. And the last but not the least is on definition of expert system and knowledge systems. So on the introduction, when you look at it, it says an information system is a collection of people, as we see from the beginning of the module, which involve people, procedures, software, hardware, data, and connectivity. They all work together to provide information essential for the running of the business. Now, everything that you see here, be it people, be it system, software, be it hardware, connectivity, each of them are component of information system, and they all work together towards the betterment of the business. Now, today, companies are spending millions of francs and dollars of any currency providing information system in the organization. And the essential part of it is that for the business to work, function effectively. So computers are used in an organization to keep records. Very important. Okay. But not just that, the competent user needs to understand how the information flow as it's moved from point A to point B within an organization. And that is what we are going to cover in this very unit, this very lesson. We're going to see how information flow from one unit to another and at what level, what kind of information or data is being needed for decisions to be made. So let's look at the organizational information flow. Information flow vertically and horizontally, right? Throughout an organization, whether on the vertical format, whether from top down or down top, or from left to right, right to left, that information flow across organization. Information systems support the normal flow of this information. For there to be an effective flow of information from the manager to the staff, from the executive to the managers of different departments, there is a need for information system to be involved, which also helps in the whole overall organizational structure. Information system can be broken down into one of the 5 different functional areas. A management level, you have your functional level, you have your information flow. So you have your functional level, and they have the management level. So let's look at this picture. There are 5 functions of an organization, which involve accounting, marketing, human resources, production, and research. Now, information system plays role in each and every area. On the part of HR, which we know that HR from looking at this picture, look at HR. HR involved with all human-centered activities, recruitment, training, retrenchment, incentives, and all that and all that. There is information system. Accounting provide the functionality of tracking transaction activities, right? That the inflow and outflow of capital, of money, investment. Marketing involves what? The process of what? Promoting the business, making it distribution of goods and services, making it reachable to the consumers, to the customers. While you have your production, which involves what? Creating the finished product, production line, service line, creating of the service, in this case, in a service line industry. There's no product, there is a service they provide, like your so the finished service that's being provided to you is an element of can be so be seen in that category of production of goods and services. Now research, which got to do with the development of a new product and services, find out a new services that can be rolled out, that can be developed, and all that. Information system also comes in to assist each and every one in any form of department here to make their role and their functions to be effective. For example, in human resource, they need an information system to enable them to get the best people, to get the best talent, to give the right salary, everything. They need a system that can help to do that. That's what information system. So now, within this organizational environment, there is a management level which usually divide into 3 categories, right? Because for a business to function, you as a student, you're gonna be in the business. You're already in the business. For your business to function, there is management level. Have your top management, middle, and the supervision or supervisors management. So now at the top, as you can see with this triangle. Now, at the top are the managers, which are responsible for long-term planning. Now, while your middle managers, long-term planning that ranges between 3 to 5 years or a little bit above that, they are involved in making sure that they provide the plan that the business must take through, must undergo, the plan that the business must carry out. While the middle managers provide a tactical plan, which involves what? The responsibility of what? The monitoring, the setting of sales goals and objectives, and providing monitoring and everything. While your which involves regional managers in a company that have grown, can have different regions: West region, South region, East region, North region. So you have your middle managers to be in those areas, right? To ensure that what the business achieve its top plan, right? While your supervisors involves in daily operation of monitoring what happened on a daily basis. They are on the foot on the ground that monitors what happened at the grassroots, in the production line, in the factory, in the location where goods and services are being produced. They are the one that provide that kind of day-to-day activities of the business when the middle managers overseeing their progress and their operations. Okay, so each level of management have different information needs. What the people at the top need is not what the people at the bottom, the supervisors need. So each of them have different information need. And for that purpose, this requires the information to flow from one level to another, from the top management level, which can involve a horizontal, horizontal, and external flow of information. Information can flow from the top management down to the supervisors, right? Or it can flow from outside world, the suppliers, the partners, and everything. When the middle manager uh, um, provide information flow between the top, on the vertical and the horizontal way, okay, and then the supervisors have only the vertical flow of information. It flows from the top down to them. It doesn't go either ways, okay. Now, this flow information pattern work in this very way. Like we are seeing in other previous um, level, you can see the vertical and the horizontal arrows showing how the information flows. And the last part, which was information flows from from the supervisors going up, right? From the supervisors going up, because they have to feed the middle managers on their day-to-day progress, executing the plans, carrying out the plan, and everything. When the middle managers receive information from the top, and then it gives to the bottom, to the supervisors, and so on and so forth, which can also go from left to right and either way, okay. And that is how this information flows in an organization. Now, for this to happen, there is because remember I said that each of them needs have a need of information in a different way, right? And now let's look at it from this way. Now, looking at the structure of what they do, there's element of what system that can be deployed, information system that can be deployed at every level, whether from the top, the middle, and the supervisors at the grass root. And here and there, you have different kinds of computer-based information system that can assist all these people at this level, whether be it which are different types of these systems are the transaction processing system, management of information system, decision support system, executive support system. Each of them provide different kinds of information to the people to the structure of the organization. Now, on the transaction part, which we're going to see each of them in detail. Now, let's look at it. So, looking at, remember the three arms of let's look at this. The three arms of management level, from top, middle, and lower. Now, when we merge it to this diagram here, it simply lets to us what kind of information they need at this level. So the executive support system is being used at the top level of the organization, right? And this provide what? I use internal data from from the um management of information system from the management of information system, and also the transaction processing system. They use it to do what? An external data to support decisions at the top level, right? So they can be able to view what the people, the transaction that has been going on, understand the data at the management of information system level, and then use those data to make decision that can that can be within in years. And that is what at the level of executive top management level. So they use this system that can be able to do what? To process whatever that is going on at the grassroots, and then at the middle to make decision. Now we have a decision support system which are being used by the middle management level, which are use data from these to do what? To set flexible analytical tools to support middle managers. All right. So, for example, in a health-wide, the regional sales managers use this to do what? To evaluate the impact of the recent national promotion. Let's say now you have run you have developed a new promotion, you run a new promotion of your product or your service. Now, this decision support system is used to know the extent this promotion is going, the impact, and so on and so forth. They also use management information system, which uses the data from transaction system to support middle level managers, right? In this case, right now, in a health environment, in any other environment, these managers at this level uses this system to monitor weekly sales to compare with what the actual sales which they have set. Remember, a company will set a target. Now they use this management information system, this MIS, to do what? To make comparison. What is being sold, the sales that is going on, the volume of sales, to compare with what initially being set out. The transaction processing system, which is being used at the level of managers, or the supervisors. This is used to record day-to-day transaction that will help to support managers. And this can be used in a production environment to do what? To record and to monitor the current inventory level and the production line output. Now, remember, let's take example in a supermarket, right? A supermarket have this kind of system that do what? That provide the company what? To understand the sales volume of every given product, right? So the manager at that store look at this system to know when we can place order, and so on and so forth, to know all the daily transactions that are taking place, which will assist the managers at the middle to know whether their marketing strategy is working. And now, which also feed the information back to the top manager that their plan, their long-term plan, whether it's been achievable or not. So now, in detail to all these different types of computer-based systems. Now, on the transaction processing system level, TPS, it helps organizations to keep track of routine operations and record these events in the database, which we're going to see later. Now, they need to understand the sales flow, day-to-day sales, and all the rest of it, and also call data processing system. One of the most essential use of this is in accounting. The outflow, the number of sales, returns. When you go to the shop, it's as soon as you buy a product, they scan it, right? Accounting records, that is a typical example of your data processing system. Transaction processing system, it records that, right, to know what is being sold and how it's being sold and everything. Like you can see here, this system, like picture you can see right now, is showing you accounting system, which is being used in a transaction processing system, which shows the sales order processing, account receivable, inventory level purchases, account payable, and the payroll, which also lies within the what? General ledger of the company. Okay, so in accounting, look at the process that we have here. In transaction processing system for accounting, have this element. It provides the sales order processing, which record the customer's request. Today, we're living in a world whereby people place order, right? Now, for that order, as soon as you place that very order, what makes that order to be possible is what? Transaction processing system for accounting that receives your order. Let's example, you place your order to take a lot. As soon as you place that very order, this system captures it, what you have requested. So accounting payable record money received from or own from or they own. So as soon as you pay your transaction, that the system records it, which is what on account what receivable. Inventory. the parts and finished goods in stock. As soon as a product is being sold, service is being sold, it reduces it. It triggers to say, okay, look at we have it 20 before. Now, two was sold at so time. It's now 18, and so on and so forth. You have purchasing, buying of materials and services. When do we buy? When do we place order from the suppliers? Account payable money the company owns. It also shows that records that very transaction. Payroll activities involving payment of salaries and wages. Ledger keep track of all the summaries of the above for reference purposes. So your management information system (MIS), which provides the company with to produce standards report to support decision making by the middle manager. Remember, the TPS is used by the supervisors. The MIS used by the middle managers. Bear that in mind. Which assists them to do what? To make decision for the middle manager. It integrates what? Data and summarize details from the database in structured manner, which also produces what? Periodic reports on a regular basis, exception report when there is a need. We want to know, please, to understand what 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 is the product that is being sold most. Demand report produced on a request. So as soon as you want to understand a particular, you want to analyze, you want to understand a particular product, a particular region, or a particular office, how they're performing, this can also assist the managers to do that. Okay. We have also the decision support system, which also flexible for analyzing data, position support, enable managers to get answers to unexpected or generally non-recurring problem. This system assists them to do that. So reports do not have a fixed format. It can be in any format. But however, Microsoft Access is often used to provide this interface. As you can see on the picture, this is a pure example of your Microsoft Access. It consists of this part: end user, anyone who has to make a decision can have access to it. It's a software, it has an operating system and the data, both internal and external data. So now, given this decision model of it is that when the business executes this kind of system for middle and the lower managers level of management, it has that element of what for decision, right, which I've talked about. Now, the decision support system on its own analytical capacity has the ability to do what? To provide a strategic model that will assist top managers to make decision. So when you deploy your DSS system, it will provide you a model, a diagram, it can be a diagram that will enable the managers to understand actually how things are shaping up, how things are looking like in the campaign for a strategic purpose. What about for a tactical? This assist middle managers to do what? To control their work, and also for financial and self promotion planning to understand what should be done, what needs to be done, the kind of promotion to run, to put in place, and all the rest of which also provide operational model, assisting the lower level managers to accomplish their daily activities objective on day-to-day basis. We come now to the executive support system, which is being designed for the top managers, people at the top, for the CEOs and all the rest of them. It is a sophisticated software for reporting, summarizing and analyzing data, but designed to be easy to use. That the people, the managers can be able to use the system to really get a realistic view of how the company is performing. We provide immediate access to companies' key performance indicators. As you can see here, what is happening, which product is doing well, which branch is doing well, and all that. Okay. So also on this we have another part of our of these systems we are discussing, other information system that can be used in an organization, which can be information worker distribute, communicate, and create information, which is what in that kind of information can be data worker, knowledge worker. Office automated system are designed formally to support data workers, project managers, video conferencing system, knowledge work system, create information in the area of experts, okay, and so on and so forth. As you can see on your screen, your expert system, what is it all about? Your expert system or knowledge-based system, particularly for AI, artificial intelligence, that is used in a database to assist to provide assistance to the end user, which contain facts and rules to create these facts in form of from human expert, which can be used in expert system can be used in different area to using AI to model to provide a clearer view of a data that can assist people in different fields, like people in medicine, to know how actually a given drug, for example, performs, the impact, and everything in the nature, in architecture, and all the rest. So this system can be used in that very area. So looking at this very particular chapter, we can see there are some careers one can build out of it, which can be like a computer, work as a programmer, computer specialist, system analyst, and other computer professions. Okay. When we look into the future, what do we see? We can see ultimate information finding machine. Okay, that can really find information on any that can increase the amount how information is being found and all the rest of them. Okay, by the time you are done with this very particular lesson, please use these open-ended questions to evaluate yourself. Thank you so much. I hope you understood everything. Please, if there's any question, feel free to contact me. And very important, please, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you, and see you soon.